This is Michelle. Now for you. This is Michelle. Now for you. This is Michelle. Now for you. This is my shout out. Shout out for you. Sometimes it's easier to think only about me. Sometimes I forget that it's not the way it should be. You ought to know the exceptional you. You ought to know all the great things you do. You ought to know all the beauty I see. You ought to know and you should hear it from me. And I may sound a bit exaggerated, but who you are is never overrated. So I will say the things I've only contemplated. This is Michelle. Now for you. This is Michelle. Now for you. This is Michelle. Now for you. This is my shout out. Shout out for you. So sometimes I get caught up in my own things, yeah, it's true. Sometimes I forget just how much you've helped me through. You ought to know the exceptional you. You ought to know all the great things you do. You ought to know all the beauty I see. You ought to know and you should hear it from me. I may sound a bit exaggerated, but who you are is never overrated. So I will say the things I've only contemplated. This is Michelle. Now for you. This is Michelle. Now for you. This is Michelle. Now for you. This is my shout out. Shout out for you. Put you on a trampoline and jump you high as you can be. Fly your name behind an aeroplane for everyone to see. Put a blinking arrow on the spot where you stand. Tell 1,000 people in the room to rise and give you a hand. You deserve awards and trophies. Here's hoping that you know how awesome you are. Like a star, shine bright like a diamond. I'm just